Hey, what's up? John Sonmez here from simpleprogrammer.com. And I got a question about what does a backend developer do? It's kind of funny. I just read into this question. I think you'll like this question here. But before I get into the question, let's thank someone. Shall we thank the sponsor for this video? Yes, we shall, because that's how we get paid. Is we thank the sponsor. If we don't thank the sponsor, we don't get paid. If we don't get paid, well, we don't grow, and we're sad because we can't pay people for doing the job that they do, and that sucks. So I want to thank Hired.com for sponsoring Simple Programmer. Even if they didn't sponsor, I would still thank them. I would just do it silently in my heart, but they're awesome. Go to Hired.com/Simple Programmer if you haven't already. And to give you the gist of what they do, what do? They basically make job searching a lot easier for you if you're qualified. You just fill out one application and you fill it out on their system. Then you get into their system as long as you meet their criteria. I don't know what it is, don't ask me. But if you do, companies will actually search and find you, and they will send you interview requests. That's right, interview requests. How awesome is that? None of the bullshit of going back and forth with all this stuff. They just send you an interview request with the salary for the job, and you can accept the interviews, and there you go. That's a much simpler way, much easier way to get a job. If I were looking for a job right now, I'm never gonna be looking for a job again, by the way. I'm not hireable. They'd be like, I would be fired on my first day, I think, nowadays. I know I shouldn't be proud of that, but I am. Anyway, I think it's cool. I think Hired is cool. So go to Hired.com/Simple Programmer, and if you use that link, by the way, you will get $2,000 instead of $1,000 if you get a job through them. And if they don't give you the $1,000, you just email me and you say, fuck man, where's my money? But you'll get the money, trust me. I'll beat up Noah if they don't give you the money. Noah will enjoy that. Oh, I have fun. Why do people do sponsorships and they don't have fun? I have fun doing sponsorships. I love it. It's awesome. It's like no penalty to me. Like I just like it. So, all right. But I like to hear myself talk. So sometimes I'm watching my own videos, and people are like, "Are you watching a video of yourself?" I'm taking notes. I have to see where I messed up. So yeah, I was watching my motivational video, like the channel trailers. Though that shit does inspire me. It makes me get all psyched up. Like I got to watch it every day and be like, "This is why I do it." Yeah, look at that Viking I'm running with. That's awesome shit. If you know what I'm talking about, watch it. It's awesome shit. All right. Hi, John. Your videos are awesome. Yeah. I didn't even know he said that. All right. I'm learning JavaScript, and after that, I'm planning to master MeanStack. I've read that Backend does things with data manipulation. Does things with data manipulation, servers, and all kinds of stuff that make up infrastructure. But none actually talked what is exactly what I would do on my workday. And if backend developer is building behind the scenes APIs and structure, what after that's done? What do I do next? Am I fired? Thank you for reading this. I hope you answered my questions. I believe it would help a great community of newbies in web development and programming in general. Can't wait for your next book. Well, I got some good news. If you want that, the book, sign up here. You'll get it via email. It will come out slowly to you. Yes, I'm doing that on purpose. Some of you are like, oh, well, where's my free book? I'm not going to just give you the whole PDF for free. I'm going to sell the book too, but you can get it for free on the blog. Okay, it's kind of a marketing technique, kind of, but I am giving you free content. All these videos are damn free shit. Man, too many damn freeloaders, like complaining about how they're getting their free shit. I don't want complaints about me giving you my book for free, damn it. All right? So if you want it, sign up there, okay? But no, I'm just kidding. But anyway, I will eventually launch the entire book. It might be launched by this time, and then you can actually buy like a hardbound version or Kindle version if you're finding these chapters, these free chapters, useful. But I did a chapter on backend, what a backend developer does. I'm gonna talk about it here briefly. So a backend developer is basically, and it can be a lot of things, but for most, let's talk about web technology. What does a backend developer do there? Usually what a backend developer is going to do is everything that is not the user interface. Now, more and more stuff is going up into the user interface as JavaScript is becoming this beast that's eating the world, and we're like doing database queries from JavaScript and, and on the front end and building the entire view and model in JavaScript. Crazy shit now, but it used to be that a backend developer owned more stuff right? And now it's sort of going to the front-end developer with their JavaScripty stuff. So, but that doesn't mean that the back-end developer doesn't do anything. A lot of times on big systems, what a back-end developer will do is they will create they will hook everything up, right? So you can, when I've worked on teams where we've had front-end developers and back-end developers, usually the front-end person is basically creating the user interface, and sometimes it depends on how it's driven, but they're like, hey, I need this button that when they click this button, I need you to hook it up so it fetches this data from the database, and then I'm going to need the first name, the last name, and the social security number. Can you get me that stuff? So then you're the back-end developer and you say, yes, yes, sir. Yes, right away, sir. I will get you your data when you click your button, sir. And essentially what you do is you create the functionality, some business layer logic, right? That was going to take an input, right? An action from that button, and it's going to take an ID of the customer, let's just say in that case. And then you're going to go and you're going to write the code that goes to the database, does the little query, pulls out the data, packs it in a little object, and you send it back to the front-end developer so you can display it on screen. That's it. That's what a back-end developer basically does, right? So your skill set is going to be organizing the back-end system, the whole logic of this and the construction of it, the algorithms, the business logic that goes on in there, because sometimes it's not just so simple as going out to the database and passing in a customer ID and pulling back the data. Maybe it's like, okay, well, we got to take this and we got to chunk this data and we got to go here and make this web service call and we got to get this piece from here and we got to construct all of this shit, and then we got to do validation on the data, or we got to transform it in some way and apply our rules and using our rules engine and all this, blah, blah, blah. Then we get it from the database and then we send it back to the front-end engineer and we say, now you got to buy me lunch, sir. Right? Or whatever. I don't know. I don't know. What is that? What is that? All right. So anyway, back end. So that's basically what you do. Is you are the little bitch for the front end guy. The front end guy tells you what to do, and you just make the data happen. Okay, but no, it's kind of fun. I think I kind of prefer the back end development stuff because it's like you're putting the logic, you're organizing the system, you're making the customer manager, and you're designing the architecture for that if you can, if the architect lets you do that, and that's kind of fun stuff. And you're dealing with the database. Maybe you're writing stored procedures. Maybe you're writing the data management layer that does that, and you're organizing that. That's kind of my thing. I like organizing all that stuff. I don't really like writing the front end code, and I don't like doing the design for it. Now, some front end people, they just create the design, the designer created, and that's cool, but that's kind of the back end stuff. And it depends on the system, right? Technically, I guess embedded system development would be kind of back end development, right? Because I worked in it for HP, did printers, and I did back end development on printers. I also did some front end development on printers, making some of the UI stuff, but I know that the printer architecture had some UI elements, and it also had this back-end stuff, the whole thing of getting the timing of the paper through the sensors and all of this stuff, and I wrote a lot of code there, and that was fun. There was a lot of complicated logic and stuff that you had to do, and so that, to me, that's a lot more fun. The back-end developer gets to do the complicated logic shit, right? That the front-end guy doesn't. He just displays the stuff there and drags the buttons. I don't know. It depends what you like, right? So, and it's not over, okay? It's not like you're going to hook all this stuff up. I mean, the front end guy could say that, well, what happened after I designed the whole UI? Then I'm fired? No, because there's bugs, you're going to fix it, you're going to maintain the code, you're going to add new features, the people are going to complain about stuff, the API is going to change, the front end guy is going to break some shit on you, you're going to have to, revise this, you need to upgrade the database just because a new version of the database came out, right? All kinds of stuff like that. So there's a bunch more stuff that you'll be doing, but essentially the backend stuff is everything that's not the UI, that isn't seen, and that's a whole lot. That's a majority of the system, at least most systems, until JavaScript is taking over everything in the front end. But yeah, that's pretty much it. All right, thanks for the question. Great question. If you want to ask me a question, too damn bad. I got too many questions. No, you can email me at john@simpleprogrammer.com. I'll send you like an auto response that says fill out this form. So that's it. If you like this video, if you want to subscribe, go ahead, click that subscribe button. If you really want to be like a super subscriber, you'll get every video as soon as it comes out, click the bell. I'll talk to you next time. Take care.